footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green. People want to know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all comes ahead. All being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrument. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Down, on the bench, 58, come on. Record.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Game situation. Let's go.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Come on. 53. Check 53. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On play action, Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Third down, here's Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Down to lose 1.
Here's Henderson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the draw, this is Henderson.
Go, run.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You got it.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Jam.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. King.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football.
the receiving team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Redskins nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give for Henderson running to the right. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Henderson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Mayfield. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rip left, rip left.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To the right side, this is Henderson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. The 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Branch got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Branch. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got one.
On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action, Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
180.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run with Henderson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Henderson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henderson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Yeah, let's go to base. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip right.
They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, past the 20, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. In for the score. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Browns 24, Redskins nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Henderson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Haskins will throw. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. You ain't going nowhere.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down to Thompson on the screen. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 13-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Again, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Haskins back to the air. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Under 10. Regular.
They run it again with Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What's that? 180! 56! Oh, here we go! Oh! What? 56, the mock boy, 56. Check, 56. They're not ready. Real. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, alert!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And that will be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 2nd down, Haskins. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Henry. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get off the field.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
At the Browns' 39-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Redskins scoop it. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have a bit of nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
as tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Henderson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Darrell Henderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and I was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield finding Beckham. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 14. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, come on now, come on now. You. 51, Mike.
On 4th down, Branch. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Haskins on the keeper. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Ready up. 53 is the mark. Pretty quiet.
So how about that comeback?